had to eat that.
Yes. Oh my God, I was so hungry.
Whoa! My chair. Come on. We gotta get this. Do you have to go to the bathroom?
No.
Are you sure?
No.
Okay. What? Hey guys, we're the wise guys.
Wrong. We are the wise men. Get it? Wise men.
Right, okay.
Wait, how about this? We are the Magi's.
Ooh, yeah.
How I feel about the Wisemen showing up to my baby's birth, I thought that was kind of strange at first.
So I'm talking to my boy Joseph, and he tell me about these wise guys.
The wise men who showed up very graciously bearing gifts from afar.
Gold. And also myrrh. And the final one
Is Frankenstein.
So I'm trying to clear all this space, and then all of a sudden, I get these three guys come in, and like I said, gifts very much appreciated. They wouldn't stop arguing.
Guess where we found Jesus, right?
Well.
It was at the stable.
Wrong. What? It was at the inn. We found him at the inn. And that's where the baby's at.
Well,
It's not the inn. Outside.
Stable's outside. The inn was in the back.
I gotta say, it was kind of crowded.
At first, he was like, bro, you gotta get the camel out here. I'm like, all right, bro, I got you, bro. And I'm looking at this camel, and I'm thinking to myself, who need food stamps when you got this camel just sitting there, you know what I mean? So we took care of camel. Camel was done. But then there was these three wise guys from somewhere don't nobody know where they from. And you just don't pull up on somebody and don't nobody, because we don't know your motive.
Apparently they came from Orient, far away land. I'm not sure.
How did we find baby Jesus again?
Oh, we saw a sign.
So I was a little surprised when they said that they found they used the stars to guide them all the way here.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was the North Star, right?
Yeah, see?
Oh, okay.
Over there.
No, it's the Son of God.
Celestial navigation is not exactly easy.
It would have been a 5-day journey, but somebody had to go to the bathroom every 15 minutes. And we're not pointing fingers.
But I walk up in there and I'm like, what is that funk, right? And I just look and I see the shepherd dudes. I'm like, bro, y'all couldn't like take a bath real quick. They're gonna dunk in a little trough or something, get in there, put some lye and some ashes and some molasses. I don't care what it is, just do something.
I've come to worship. As I was studying this past week for this message, to get ready for this message, I was reminded of a very personal story to me because it had to do with my dad. My dad was born in Calcutta, India, and raised in the Philippines. And he graduated high school in the Philippines. So that's why I like pancit and adobo, right? Can I get an amen? So transfusion by adobo, that's what I say. I got partial Filipino. But what's unique is my dad went to college in California, and he had to go from the Philippines to California. How he did that is he caught a freighter from the Philippines to California. And there's a huge story that goes on, but this is just what reminded me of this story. And I remember as a kid my dad sharing this story with me, his passion for the house of God and his passion to worship Jesus. And they had stopped at this port, and he got out, and of course it's a foreign country, so he doesn't speak the language. And all these guys who were on the boat, all these sailors, they went out gallivanting all over the place, doing stuff that they probably shouldn't have been doing. And my dad said the only thing that I wanted to do, because I had been on that boat for so long, the only thing I wanted to do was find a church so that I could worship. He knew that they wouldn't be preaching in his language. He knew that they'd be singing songs that weren't in his language, but he just had to get into the presence of God. And I remember it was late at night, him telling me the story. He says it was late at night, and he went to the church, and the church was closed. And so what he did is there was a place, like a bench there, and he filled his jacket with newspapers and his clothes with newspapers and laid on that bench until the church would open so that he could worship.